grape colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. It's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Down, 180. Rip right. Deuce. You're mine.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
I call that play a success. A nice, manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good. 180. Get that ball.
Here's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run the counter. Richard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Carr. I was going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 49 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side here to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So I can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 3 wide. 54's Mike. Check.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
Well, week 1 finally wrapping up here tonight, but more football coming your way Thursday night. It'll be the Buccaneers and Panthers in an early season NFC South battle in Charlotte. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, check, sir. Check my 47.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Broncos 7. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Flacco throwing complete to Sanders.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On first down, Flacco. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To pass, Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to can make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Wilson snags it left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 36 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No. One day. That's right.
Now Darquan. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
You got
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Hey, Raider 2. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, tighten down.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Later 9. Switch it. Come on, switch. X3. 218, chopper. Check 4.
They run the counter. Richard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, it's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And he locates Luke Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 18-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
93. Hey, check back. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Darkwa. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ready!
Got a 16-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, Lindsey, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Gun. You gotta get moving. 3 wide. 3 wide.
On second down now. It's Lindsey, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 14 yards, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Oh, another great move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.